Hello, Bob. My name's Jim. What's yours, my friend?
My name's Vince, man.
Hello, buddy. Well, we're in Stroud in Gloucestershire, and I found you sat outside the One Stop, sort of basically begging for change.
Yeah.
How long's this situation been going on for you, my man?
On and off, a long time, mate. A long time.
When you say a long time, I mean, come on.
Years.
Like,
This time, last time it would have been like months.
So it's,
On and off since I was like 15.
so yeah. So bloody hell. So right, since you were 15, you've been sort of like housed briefly, and then lost housing, and then been homeless and
Bedsits,
and
crap places.
And may I ask how old you are now, if you don't mind?
49.
49. Okay.
Yeah,
so
no teeth, you know.
No, I'm not being.
No,
that's
I know.
Not,
Thank you.
No, look, Anyway, right. So that's a long time, my friend. So that's. I mean, I think that's traumatic to be homeless. Don't you? It's a traumatic feeling, you know.
And the things you got to do, the things you put up with, the violence, even people who are homeless and beg like this, get spat on, kicked, change thrown at them. I mean, it's a hard life.
Well, I was going to ask you that. Because weirdly, Stroud seems such a posh place that I didn't expect to see any homeless people here. Do you get what I mean? It does, doesn't it? It does seem like a very well.
There's a lot of money in Stroud, Cheltenham,
There's a lot of money in
area.
Stroud. Exactly right. So.
But they're tight with it. I mean, I got to say, but there's some really good people in Stroud.
Yeah.
And they show a lot more than the people who are Scrooges.
Yeah.
I'm well known in Stroud. I've lived here all my life, on and off.
Yeah.
And I still get fucking choked up. Sorry, I mean, I still get choked up when someone goes, here's a £5 note or £10 note or 20. And they know it's either
something that's going to make a difference to your.
For me, it's going to help me, whether it be a bad thing or a good thing.
Yeah.
They don't mind as long as they're doing.
Spend the money how you like.
Yes, and
giving without judgment.
There's good people.
Giving without judgment, innit?
Yeah.
Openly
to get. I don't drink anymore. I told. I promised my mum I wouldn't drink anymore. I was really bad on the drink.
So look, I'm gonna start getting into like things, where, as I said to you earlier, if you want to leave it, you can leave it. So, are you into the Class A's, bruv?
Yes, I am.
Okay, fair enough. That's cool. Understandable. What was your childhood like, mate? Did you have both parents, or?
Yes, both parents, and a good upbringing. I got to say, manners. I think I had a really good upbringing.
Yeah.
Parents.
So what ended up with you? You ended up kind of like,
I got addicted to morphine. I stole.
From your parents?
I stole a forklift truck from
a forklift truck?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And it rolled. It tipped over.
Yeah.
And crushed my foot.
Oh my god.
So I was I had my toes amputated.
Really?
So I couldn't walk.
Oh.
I woke up in hospital, in Gloucester Hospital.
Right.
With like half a foot.
Okay.
My fault because I stole the forklift in the first place.
Yeah.
But I was young and.
But this doesn't explain how you ended up homeless. I'm looking at the point of how you ended up to be. If you had good parents, how did you end up with no home?
Because when I had the accident, my parents were having a rough time then.
Right.
So then when I had my accident, they separated basically. My mum was seeing someone else. My dad was seeing someone else,
yeah.
And their lives like split apart, and the kids, me and my two sisters, were not part of that.
Right.
So
dynamic, as it were.
I left. I moved on my own accord, even though I had half a foot, and I was learning to walk again. And
okay.
But that's when it started. Was because 15 when they.
But you also said about this morphine addiction, so that obviously
that was
didn't
in hospital
help.
From the toes.
Oh, so that started from what they were giving you in hospital.
Yeah.
So how did you obtain the morphine after you left hospital?
I was getting heroin.
Obviously you moved on to heroin.
I soon got a methadone script because I told them what I was taking, and so I was on like 120 mil methadone, which
120.
Was a lot.
That's a lot.
I'm on 90 now.
That's still a lot, mate.
And this is like 35 years on. It's a hard life, mate. I swear to God.
Mate, I know it's listen.
It never gives up.
One of the sayings that I've heard once, right, which I love, and I'll put it on my channel, but I'll repeat it again, is we're all human and everyone is fighting their own personal battles.
I agree with that. Totally.
and it's true. Yeah. You know, we've all got our even
if
we don't show it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So don't worry about that, bruv. So what can I say now? So you've kind of explained like how long you've been homeless for in Stroud. You've kind of gone through that. So I guess my next question is, where do you see it leading? I mean, do you see it with you being housed, or? I mean,
if I don't do something ASAP, it'd be the death of me.
This is what
I know. Yeah. My drug intake has got less, admittedly, because of money situation, universal credit.
Universal credit is a joke.
It's a joke. It is a joke. Yeah. So I've had no money for 3 weeks now because I didn't do a changeover form from ESA to universal credit. So I sit and beg for money every day, and that's how I eat and that's how I drink.
Yeah. Well, that's
I don't drink alcohol, obviously. I drink milk and lots of it. It's all good for you.
I mean, I think that's what anyone in your situation would do. Yeah. Any human being would do. If they got to survive, they got to survive.
Yes.
So,
yes.
So when people might, I mean, this is the other thing I wanted to get into actually, because you said that people sometimes throw things at you, spit at you, and is that the truth?
Yeah. Some people can be very nasty, and especially the younger generation. I mean, if they're not like, if there's a gang of kids like outside here, they'll
start ganging up on
and making a big thing.
Yeah.
Whereas they're all young, you can do anything if you wanted to.
No, because you can't hit a kid.
You can't hit. No, exactly that.
Yeah.
And you don't want to sort of bow down to them because they'll keep doing it.
Bruv, I was in the same situation in Grimsby. Right, I was about to interview a geezer, and then these 3 fucking kids turned up and said, "Oh, can you film me?" And I just thought they wanted just me to quickly turn the camera on them, yeah? But no, then they suddenly started coming out of abuse, coming out of I've got an AK-47 indoors. The geezer was about 8 years old, bruv.
And that's what I mean. They're talking like that now. Can you imagine in 20 years' time?
Exactly.
It's a joke. It's a joke. These kids, they're just learning from the YouTube, from a telly. They don't go out. They don't go.
Yeah, they want to be like roadmen, as they call it nowadays, don't they? Like G's. You know what I mean?
Drug dealers,
and they look up to that,
and things like that. That's how.
And they look up to that as if it's good.
Yeah,
and they don't know.
There's the money.
I've seen the London. I've seen. I'm sure you've seen. I've been involved with London G's, if you want to call it, and it is not good, mate.
No.
It is a fucking...
No.
I shouldn't swear. I told you not to swear.
Young'uns only see the wrong things, the good things they want to see, which is far from truth.
Yeah, like it's glamorous or something. It is not glamorous at all. And I'm telling you now. And anyway, so let's not get... Okay, let's concentrate on you, as it were. The question I was going to ask you was, well, I think I already asked you where it was going to end, and you sort of said...
Death, mate, really.
It's terrible,
if I don't buck up and really get assertive again.
I mean, is there any...
I've been to rehabs, I've done all that, it's a way of life for me, so it's really hard to get clean and stay clean.
Yeah, of course it is.
It's the problem I have.
Well, especially if you're homeless, because you don't have unless they put you in some sort of rehab, you can't give up on the streets. It's impossible to do a heroin detox on the streets, is it not?
Yeah.
Because it's so severe, you'd be lying out here with it coming out of both ends. I'm not being rude, but you know what I mean? It's a terrible feeling, isn't it? Do you get what I'm saying? So you'd have to apply for some rehab, wouldn't you? And go there.
Detox and rehab.
Detox and rehab, and then maybe a dry house after.
Yeah.
Get
away from Stroud. I know.
That's what I was just about to say. Get removed.
Yeah.
That's what you'd have to do,
yeah,
isn't it?
I got to do it. It's
It's
because I know most people know me. It's hard work, but it's comfort zone, isn't it? It's for me. This is a comfort zone.
I understand completely.
Even when I had somewhere to live, I was still sat around because I just had to be.
Yeah, I understand.
Outside. It's my family.
It's been so many years. It's kind of ingrained into your.
And it's my everyday.
Yeah, exactly. It's your everyday existence, man. So I hate this point because I hate this point because it sounds bad because I always get kind of like lost for the next question. But what I normally say to people when I get lost for the next question is, can you rack your brain and think of anything else you want to tell me about yourself or your situation or where you think it's going to go or anything that's happened to you that's been bad or just can you, or if you can't, you can't. It doesn't matter.
I want to be as straight as and as real as possible.
Of course.
Australia's a really nice place, like any.
It is a beautiful place.
For that person, that individual, their place of birth and stuff is everything. But this is my place of birth, but it will be the place of my death if I don't move. I've got to move.
Yeah.
So
I feel that's the case, Vince. I think that's the case with you, mate. I think you are right. As you just exactly put it in a nutshell, the solution for your problem is some sort of detox, some sort of rehab or dry house, but away from Stroud. A move, a new start. And new people, clean people that you can meet, you can get on with,
normal if you will.
But people that have been through it as well know what it's like, but they're clean, and they will encourage
goes a long
you,
way
and that will encourage you. Yes.
Ex-addicts. I've seen a lot of people that go to
NA and that,
CA, and it doesn't matter what they stand for. I mean, it's all help for people who want to talk. And I love talking. I love being there. But you can get tongue-tied and
and it's all talk, which isn't always revolving around where we're going to score,
right?
Isn't it? Do you get what I'm trying to say? Because that's what it normally
How
involves.
can we get money? How can we do this?
How can we get the money? That's what when you're an addict, that's what it always revolves around, doesn't it?
And the cycle
you wake up in the morning
straight
away it's like where am I getting my tenner from to get my bit of gear? Because otherwise I can't stand
it.
I can't stand the day, And then your mate might be there, and you're both scheming together. What are we going to do? I'll tell you what, we'll rob whatever the case is.
Whatever the case is.
You'll do anything because you know how bad that feeling is going to come by about 3 or 4 o'clock. Or definitely by the evening, you're going to be in bits, innit? So I totally get that, bruv. I think you've given me a very honest interview, Vince. Thank you.
I appreciate it.
And I think we've covered everything. Do you feel that way? Have we covered everything?
I could go on for ages, mate. I've got lots to say. I just don't know how and what to actually say.
Well, we can do a Vince part 2.
We could do that. That's brilliant. Let's do that.
Part 2.
If you're around for a bit, I'd love to have.
I'll be around for the next few days till Tuesday.
If you write some stuff down, I'll write some stuff down so I can remember. I'd love to give some really good information that's helpful to.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end it there.
Okay.
But with the promise that there may be a Vince 2. Okay?
Okay, thank you very much,
So thank you very much for talking to me.
Thank you, mate.
And I'll see you later, Vince.